Kevin, Red Living Philippines. So Halloween's come and gone. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. In the Philippines here, they usually start the Christmas machine up in September, the Burr months, September, October, November, December. But I put up Halloween decorations, so I wait till after Halloween. They start decorating around here. They're off to a late start, but I want to talk about do-it-yourself projects, finding tools, buying tools. If you can't find them, where can you buy them? Or just buying things in general, or finding things or shipping them, and your options. So anyhow, here's the Christmas village being set up this year. And she had it on the table the last couple years we've been here. We got here in 2022, June. Had a lot of construction. So that Christmas, they didn't do a Christmas village, I don't think. Just set up a tree, small tree. So anyhow, she wanted to raise it up so she could get the light bulbs so the wires aren't on top of the snow in the village. So we bought this white, what do they call this board?
I don't know.
Marine plywood?
I don't know what they
I don't know. It's basically plywood with a laminate, countertop laminate.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of different colors here: black, red, gray, white, yellow, orange. Anyhow, she drilled holes in a bunch of these out there, and we couldn't find our hole saws. I brought a set of them, and they're gone, of course. All the construction things sometimes disappear. So, here's with all her totes and all her stuff. We'll show you this baby Thanksgiving when it's set up and going, when we have our little Thanksgiving video. Let's go outside to the do-it-yourself area. Show you the tools. Tool I had to find, those wood bits, and where I had to go find it. How many places I had to look. And then of course Pepper, our 14-year-old cat, we shipped here. Well, she wasn't 14 when we shipped her, but she's 14 now. She's here on the table helping decorate. Ooh, what you doing? Huh, Pepper? Good cat, right? Are you helping? Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Pepper.
Here's the work area. We got the skill saw out and used the 2x2 pieces before they cut up to clamp it and cut these straight, because it was a 4x8 sheet. They cut it in half for us where we bought it down in Mabiga, and to put it in the car. And two of these 8-footers cut in half, four of these 2x2s. She made her little feet. They brought this miter and clamps are from Home Depot. So's that saw. We packed it in our shipping container. But they sell DeWalt here. I bought these here. I can't remember where I got these. Anyhow, here's the wood bits that I had to replace. 6 pieces, as you can see. Not a bad price. It's 58 to 1 roughly. So 580 pesos is $10. So it's $10 for a set. Typical of the price at Harbor Freight or something. So to find that, here, let me flip this camera up and talk. To find those wood bits, first we checked S&R Clark. They have it Ace Hardware there. Sometimes you can find their hand tools, or they have some, but not as much as other places. And we had to go to the mall that day, so we checked there, and they didn't have them. So then we went over to the Marquee Mall. They have a True Value Hardware. They have a lot of stuff there. The only thing they had was a a hole saw, a single hole saw combined with the 1-inch bit. And 1-inch bit was bigger than we wanted. We used 3/4 inch, because if you look at this set, as you can see, it goes by 1/8 inch increments, 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch. So yes, 1/8 inch increments. True Value Hardware didn't have it, but we had a third option, the Marquee Mall, and it's fairly new. I mean, it's been there a few months. Next to the Metro grocery store, they opened a tool store. It has tools and storage bins and stuff like that. Doormats, you know, stuff you typically find in the hardware section. Storage bins, like little dividers for nails and things. And we found that there, so that worked out. But what if you can't find stuff in the Philippines? Lazada's an option. I didn't have to resort to looking at Lazada. Sometimes Lazada doesn't have it. I'm gonna go inside and show you something I just recently put on order today to replace that I broke last night. And can't get it here. Let's go inside. We did a recent video on this home project, this cat tower. We have a video on it from a couple months ago when it was built. We tucked it out. Normally it sits behind the couch, but since we had to reshuffle some furniture for the Christmas trees, but bought the wood at the same place, the same plywood but thicker. Got some carpet. I think we bought some floor mats or something. I can't remember. Oh no, maybe it was a walking carpet runway thing like you put in the kitchen. But as you can see, there's a little scar back there. Huh, little buddy? You resting? And since we're setting up for Christmas, let's just show you what we set up this week. This Christmas tree got set up early this week. This year they went with the theme with white. On the white snowy Christmas tree with some gold and blue. Not a bad looking little tree. So what is it that I can't get here that I had to order from Amazon? And we'll talk about Amazon. This is a Microsoft wireless headset. I accidentally dropped it. I've had this set. I brought it with me for about 5 years. I got here like just under 3.5 years ago, but it dropped and this center broke. Right here where my finger's at, there's a little thing there. It won't go inside, it won't lock in here and turn it for the balance. Luckily it broke in the center position, so it works. I could probably get away with using it. I might hot glue gun this in place and use it, but I decided to order another one. So let me sit down and talk about all the different options for ordering things. Let me show you one more thing. I'll explain how I got that shipped here. This is a BiPAP machine. I sleep with this. I got it shipped to the VA. I'll talk about that after I sit down. It's about 7 pounds. You can see how big it is compared to my hand. So you get the size. I think it was 7 pounds, but I got this shipped from the VA. And I'll explain that here in a minute after I sit down. I just wanted to show you this before I sit down and talk about all the different types of shipping options and how to get things, whether it's tools for a do-it-yourself project or a broken headset or your VA supplies for your CPAP. So here's your options when you need to get stuff in the Philippines, whether it be a tool for a self-help project, a headset, my CPAP supplies. That one may not be available to you. I'll get to that because I use the VA for that. If you got to get it commercially, good luck. Anyhow, center that up. First one is buy it locally. Check the local tools. Now there was one place I didn't go. I wasn't really wanting to wander through there. The Marina Arcade has a vast majority of different kinds of tools. Chain, hose, cord on spools, sinks, stainless sinks, ceramic sinks, bathroom sinks, toilets. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I found it there at the Metro, where True Value or Ace didn't have it. The Metro at the Marquee Mall had the wood bits. So if you're buying anything in particular, whether it be a wood bit or a headset, you first just look local. So the headset be my next example. Obviously, I scored the wood bits at a store locally. You could order those. I'm sure Lazada would have, but my wife didn't want to wait, so we got lucky. The next to be Lazada, which I'm sure they'd have the wood bits, and that headset I want to replace, that Microsoft wireless headset. I use it for gaming. I also use it for TV in the early evening when they're playing bingo and they're loud, and I don't want to turn the home theater up loud so I can hear it over their screaming and cheering for the bingo. I pulled it up just now over there on my Xbox on the TV Lazada on a little web browsing app, and I'm not even sure if it's the real deal or not. It looks like it by the picture. Sometimes that can be sketchy buying stuff on Lazada if you're not sure. It was 25,548 peso, which is like 440 US dollars. Now the headset retails at the Microsoft store or on Amazon for $119.95, but it's on sale right now. It's $104, and Amazon has it, and I have an Amazon account, so I purchased on Amazon. Usually you have to buy $49 or more, at least $49 worth, to get the free shipping on stuff that is available to ship. Not everything is eligible for free shipping. Some stuff you have to actually pay the shipping, and some stuff they actually will not sell. Like I tried to get a Amazon Fire Stick HD, latest and greatest one, and they would not ship here, even though I got over the $50 threshold buying two of them, because I think they were $35 each on sale. I ended up buying it, shipping it to my daughter, and having it sending to me through my PO box over here, Fleet Post Office. I'll get to that next. But anyhow, Amazon, you can buy Amazon. It takes maybe 2 weeks to get here, sometimes less, sometimes more. 10 days to 3 weeks, 21 days. I've received everything I've ordered. I have a specific deodorant I like, because I don't like using this stuff in the stores here. It's all antiperspirant. I like just regular old deodorant. There's a Pure Sport scented Old Spice that I like, Pure Sport. They had it here once at Landers. I bought the 3-pack. Couldn't get it again. I did order it on Lazada. They had it, but it was cheaper at Amazon. But I needed to get the $50 threshold, so I bought 2 3-packs or 2 4-packs. It exceeded the $49 limit. So I, have months of deodorant. I've gone through about half of it since I've received it. So there's that option. If you're particular for something specifically you want or like, you can get that. So it covered the local shopping, Lazada, Amazon, and a third option that's not available to most everybody here, I'm guessing, is using a military post office box. If you're retired, I don't even think you have to be a retired vet, just a vet maybe. I don't know if you can show a DD form 214. I don't know the criteria. All I know is I'm retired. I have an ID card. I can use their service. It's $6 a month. Now, if you look at the FPO restrictions on mailing, if you're on a military base, you're allowed up to 2 cubic feet at 70 pounds, but there's no Air Force base here, or Navy or Army posts where they have regular shipments coming in to support the base. So it's just a little office. They get their stuff through the embassy. So it's limited to 2 pounds. No, let's take that back. 16 ounces, 1 pound of personal stuff. And that's where I had my Fire Stick mailed through, because that was only like 9 ounces. So that's the third option. Now, where they did let me exceed that personal restriction was that CPAP, BiPAP machine I showed you. It's like 7 pounds. Since that's not a personal item, that's a VA shipped item. It's shipped out of the VA directly to that. It met the regular criteria of being under 70 pounds, less than 2 cubic feet. So they accepted that. I use there's two here in the area, the Clark Angeles City area. You can get one at the VFW or you can get one at the RAO, which is a Retirement Assistance Office. I use that one. That one's down in, I'm not sure if it's in Daewoo or in Balibago. I think it's Daewoo. It's on the Mabalacat City side of the traffic circle where Astro Park's at. If you head towards Mabiga, it's on the right hand side. I think where Daewoo ends and Balibago begins is that traffic circle, or pretty much where the walking street's at on the other side of Astro Park. That road that comes out of Clark, I think that's the border, but don't quote me on that. So I just wanted to show you our little do-it-yourself projects and some of the ways we have to acquire tools and things, or if you have something that breaks like a headset, or if you need deodorant, or you can order t-shirts. You got to click, put in your Filipina address. Now there's a caveat on that. I think I have a friend, Albert. He has trouble. His Prime Video doesn't work, but he seems to be able to order through his Amazon Prime because he doesn't have a US credit card, but he has a Philippine one. I don't know. His Amazon Prime he can't get to work, but he's ordered stuff. He's paid shipping on stuff. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe it's informative. Whether it's useful information or just gee whiz to know kind of stuff, I appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Merry Christmas.